Welcome to the TNT's Real Travels podcast. I'm Thomas.
And I'm Tristan.
And we're here at Castle Rock State Park, which is in Los Gatos, California, about 30 minutes south of TNT's Real Travels headquarters in San Jose.
And this park is really well known for its interesting rock formations. And that makes it really popular, of course, for hiking and rock climbing and camping.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It also reminds us of another place in the world, mythical and real.
Yes.
And that's the Poolburn area of New Zealand, which was a great place that they filmed Rohan for Lord of the Rings.
The Two Towers.
That's
yeah.
right.
There's this particularly famous scene where the part of the Fellowship, Aragorn, Legolas, and Gimli are running through this rock gully, and they find one of the Hobbit's brooches, and that's how they know they're on the right trail. And we hope you'll be on the right trail through TNT's Real Travels in Middle-earth.
That's right. So check out Rohan and Poolburn in New Zealand.
The Trilogy Trail Tour is presented by Glenorchy Air. You're whisked away on a tiny prop plane with up to 5 people, and you get a truly bird's-eye view of New Zealand. The flight seeing trip isn't cheap, but there's no better way to see this gorgeous country. Also, Glenorchy Air takes you places you just can't see any other way. Flights take off from Queenstown Airport, and the tour lasts about 3 hours total. You can learn more about these trips at trilogytrail.com. Our little fellowship flew east, passing the Kawawaru River, where The Pillars of the Kings was filmed. The plane soared past the Remarkables mountain range, which also figures in the movies as Dimraldale, outside of the Mines of Moria, and on the way to Lothlorien. Also below us was the 12-mile delta, which was Ithilien in the Two Towers. That's where Faramir and his rangers discover Frodo, Sam, and Gollum. Nearby was Closeburn, used as Amon Hen in the Fellowship of the Ring. At the end of the movie, the Fellowship itself is broken at Amon Hen, and the orcs capture Merry and Pippin. We headed farther east towards the Ida Valley and the Poolburn Reservoir. This is the area that became the vast grasslands of Rohan in the Two Towers.
When your airstrip is a sheep paddock most of the time, you don't always land on the first try, and the attempts can be quite bumpy. No matter, another trip around gives us an extended preview of what we're about to hike across. Sometimes you get pretty close to shearing the sheep with the plane, but no animals were harmed in the making of this tour. After landing, our pilot, Steve, became our tour guide, and he led us on a long walk around the many Rohan locations.
Now, you know the beginning of the second movie, it starts off with the orcs are running through a canyon, and they've got Merry and Pippin on their backs, and one of the hobbits grabs his brooch, spits it out on the ground, and that's how they leave a track for them. And soon after, Legolas, Aragorn and Gimli come into the valley. Follow on. So if you have a look down here, the first opening scene starts off the Uruk-hai running in from this direction here. Or Aragorn, there we go. He's standing about here, and you see him, and you can really distinctly see this white rock here, the corner, and then he looks up towards that way.
Not idly do the leaves of Lorien fall, and you can easily see those scenes from the Two Towers here. This ravine was used several times, and the film editors even spliced shots together to make the ravine look longer.
Alright, so this scene actually begins up on that ridge there. So it starts on the ridge, and then the camera just goes and goes straight down in there, and then you see what we saw just through there. The access here used to be bumpy, narrow, four-wheel drive, only accessible track. If it rained, you were stuck or couldn't get here. And so as soon as they said they'd build a road, red carpet was laid out for them. The film crew went to the army and contracted the army, and then the army told their soldiers they would be in it. So it wasn't between the soldiers and the film and the production company. So while everyone else was there, all the extras were there, it would come mealtime, and you know what movie catering's like.
Oh yeah.
Everything laid out, really, really nice. And all the army boys had to go to the army tent and have their soldier rations.
Oh no!
The horse lords of Rohan would find this the perfect place for long rides among the grassy hillocks. And the wild, rocky land is an ideal movie set because there is absolutely no sign of modern civilization here.
We're just traipsing through Rohan and on the hunt for, orcs that have stolen our hobbit friends, I think.
Oh dear.
But I'm not cut out for these long distances. I'm a sprinter, not a marathoner.
Very dangerous across short distances.
That's right.
Much of this Poolburn area is private property and is gated off. Luckily, Glenorchy Air has permission to give tours here.
Just on the other side of that rock there is where they had the Rohan village, where the mother puts her two children on the horse and says ride to Edoras, and soon after the village is attacked. And it's actually filmed over there, and it looks back towards this way here. And what they did with all these houses and buildings here, instead of just getting rid of them, they actually built over the top of them with Rohan architecture. And so like this rock even completely disappears, and they actually built right over the top here.